time, folks. I'm Vince Charming, the only headline that matters. Bringing you the latest from the land of fairy tales and foul play. As ever, 12 young jurors have been selected to hear this case. They have elected a foreman, Matilda, who will speak on their behalf. Each jury member understands the importance of their task and will reach their decision guided only by what they see and hear in court. They will then deliver their verdict. Guilty or not guilty. Justice is in their hands. Here at the Storyville Courts of Justice, another star of a famous fairy tale will be put on trial for their crimes. Today, a super fanboy called Jack. A beanstalk reaching for the sky. A giant of the charts. And some nasty music piracy. Yes, it's Giant versus Jack English, and this is no bedtime story. If the accused is found guilty of his crimes, he definitely won't have a happy ending. Serious face. Ah, there's Gretel Starch QC, arguing the case for the prosecution. Apparently, Gretel enjoys hard work, being scary, and hula hooping. Yep, worth a try. And there's the defense, Robin Greenhood QC. He's so smooth, you can't even shake his hand. Robin, how's it going? So as the trial is about to begin, let's take a look at the story so far. It was the hottest album ever, but it was stolen and illegally shared before it was even released. The victim, Storyville's biggest music star.
Ep4, yo!
Giant. His voice is giant. His attitude is giant.
I'ma eat y'all up, like a giant burrito.
And his body is actually smaller than average. So which criminal mastermind could have pirated Giant's album? Meet Jack English, a pretty ordinary teenager. Jack's life was as dull as TV without me in it. Can you imagine that? But Jack did have one claim to fame. He was Giant's superfan. One day, Jack won a competition to have brunch with his hero at the star's penthouse mansion right at the top of Storyville's newest skyscraper, the Beanstalk.
Wow.
But no sooner had Jack's dream come true, disaster struck. The file of Giant's new album, V54, disappeared. It looked like someone had sneaked into Giant's private recording studio, stolen the file, and leaked it online. The police didn't hesitate.
Please, I didn't do anything. I'm his biggest fan.
Let's save it for the jury. Oh! Smarts! Oh!
So did superfan Jack steal and then leak Giant's album? The Orchestra of Justice is tuning up.
All rise.
Refereeing the case is Judge Hatter. He's definitely an egg short of an omelette.
Boo! Suckers, I'm over here. Now, members of the jury, repeat after me. I swear to be a good jury.
I swear to be a good jury.
Thank you.
Please be seated.
Proceed!
The defense calls its first witness.
Lucy Roast, head barista at the Three Bean Coffee Shop. At one with the universe and makes a mean slushicino.
Hi, Robin. The usual. Extra smooth roast with silky rich cream and a bronze caramel topping.
Oh, it's just the way I like it. Now, Lucy, it was at your coffee shop that Jack won the ticket to meet Giant. What happened?
Jack was desperate to find the lucky golden ticket hidden at the bottom of one lucky cup. 106 cups of coffee and no ticket. And on the 107th beverage.
So, in your opinion, Jack proved that he was a genuine superfan.
Yeah. Jack's love for Giant's music is a positive energy that resonates throughout the universe. Like a tree covered in the blossom of hope, or a tiny unicorn that gallops...
No further questions, Your Honor.
Miss Roast.
Extra small plain tap water. No ice for Gretel.
Thank you. When Jack won that ticket, would you say he was excited?
Well, I guess. His whole astral presence was totally realigned, so I suppose...
Spare me the mumbo-jumbo, Miss Roast. Perhaps this video clip will realign your memory. Now, does that look like the face of someone who is thrilled?
Well, we had just drunk 107 cups of coffee.
He looks anxious. And now we know why. Because he was planning to steal from Giant. No further questions.
Have a nice day.
I sincerely hope not.
Wow, I won a free empty cup. So was it weird that Jack didn't celebrate his giant win? Prosecution have the next witness.
What an amazing environment.
Steve Woodcutter, expert on wild habitats. Ask his cleaner.
Mr. Woodcutter.
The prosecution, such a fascinating beast.
Really?
Such grace, such poise, such ferocious flesh-cutting teeth. I better be careful.
Yes, anyway, during his brunch with Giant, Jack English left the table to go to the bathroom. But he claims he didn't sneak into Giant's private recording studio. Yet, the forensic sweep of that studio found something unusual. Exhibit R, seeds.
Very rare seeds. These tiny pods come from the endangered whispering willow bush. Only 2 of these plants exist in the whole of Storyville. One is here.
And the other?
Grows right outside Jack's house.
What a coincidence. Or not. Because Jack was in that studio, not realizing that the rare seeds which had hooked onto his clothes that morning would give him away. No further questions, Your Honor.
And so, the majestic female devours her prey.
Honestly, Steve, stop.
Have the seeds of doubt been sown for the jury? The defense is up.
Steve,
A less intimidating member of the pack, but no less fascinating.
the Whispering Willow seeds were carried up the beanstalk by Jack, but that doesn't mean he broke into the recording studio. You see, Giant doesn't live up there on his own. He has a pet. Meet Harper, Giant's pet parrot, and a big fan of seeds.
Seeds!
An amazing specimen. And you know, parrots are incredibly friendly, so there's no danger in...
Harper has the run of that mansion. So he could easily have picked up the seeds from the kitchen and then put them in the studio. Which proves that this rare plant means nothing. No further questions, Your Honor. Shut. Ding.
So the rare seeds could have been moved to the scene by a parrot. It's time for the next big witness. It's Giant!
million records sold. 7 days until his birthday. Yes, it's Giant!
Yo, Giant! You live in that nice crib at the top of the beanstalk, but you keep complaining about smells coming from the basement. Yo!
Yeah. Awful, ain't I? Yeah. Let me just say, sorry, everyone, yeah, but these nostrils, they're like highly sensitive, you know what I mean? It's like a superpower, yeah. They call me the...
Smelly man.
Nah, they call me Sniffer Rain.
Oh, right.
Like, hold up. I can smell a strange odor drifting around you right now. I can smell the sweat of a swamp goblin, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know, man. I mean, it just helps to keep my skin looking young and radiant. But anyway, your incredible nose puzzles me because you say at the time that album file was stolen, you were sitting right next to an air vent that led right to your studio. So why didn't you smell the blood of Jack English and run in and stop him?
Listen, yeah. Jack was in my house and my new album was stolen. Fact. But no, I didn't smell nothing iffy coming through the vents.
Yeah, no further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Giant.
Please, just call me Giant, yeah? I'm not precious.
Do you notice anything odd about me?
Objection. We don't have all day.
Overruled, but agreed.
Oh. So, you can't smell these.
Wait! I brought chips! Well, that's our tea sorted, Timothy, eh? Timothy? Where's Timothy gone? Timothy?
Even with Giant's super sense of smell, he couldn't sniff these. And that's because I'm wearing his aftershave, eau de goose. Which just happens to be the same one worn by Jack English. Giant couldn't smell Jack English's blood that day because it was masked by his own exotic musk.
Yeah.
You see? He could have stolen that file.
Yeah. My nose could have been foxed. And you call yourself a super fan, yeah? I invited you into my house, cooked you up my biggest giant pancakes, even signed you a bit of toast. You don't deserve that wheaty souvenir. Give me back my toast.
Please stop talking. The court is adjourned for an urgent crisis. Timothy is missing. Timothy? Have you seen Timothy?
No. Joining me for some mid-trial analysis is Little Miss Muffet. Now, Miss Muffet, you once worked for Giant. Any shocking stories? Miss Muffet, beside you, there's a spider! Oh, wait, no, actually, it's just a bit of fluff.
Get back. Timothy, what are you doing? It was just a piece of fluff. No, don't run away again, okay? Proceed.
Go ahead, Gretel, when you're ready.
Simple Simon, music mogul, fierce critic, all-round misery guts.
Simple Simon, you are Giant's manager. Apart from you and Giant, did anyone else have access to that album file?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
But...
No, I don't care if you've got a second song. That was terrible. It's a no from me.
This is crucial for the judge and...
The only judge that matters around here, sweetheart, is me.
Mr. Simon, answer the question.
Do you know what? I admire your determination. So I'm going to give you a chance and answer your question. No. Only me and the Giant had access to that album file. But you, Gretel, you just got a yes.
No further questions.
And hi, Robin. And why are you here today?
I just want the truth.
Well, whenever you're ready. Good luck.
Simple question, Simple Simon. How is it that Jack accessed and leaked that file when it was password protected? The truth is, You leaked that file yourself, didn't you? This whole trial is just a way to boost Giant's sales, and Jack is your scapegoat.
Do you know what I like about you, Robin? You come out here week after week and you deliver. That was an impressive performance. But I didn't believe a word of it. Maybe Jack guessed the password or read it somewhere, or maybe he overheard Giant say it. It proves nothing. I just hope that the jury vote Jack off, because he deserves it.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Can someone call my helicopter?
The album was locked by a password, so Jack can't have been the pirate? Will the jury be convinced? Up next, it's fanboy himself, Jack English!
Jack English. You call yourself a fan of Giant?
Actually, our collective term is fee-fi followers.
So, if you are a fee-fi follower, why would you inflict such a terrible crime on Giant?
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Unless it was pure revenge. You are a budding singer, correct?
Well, I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Your songs have had quite a few hits on the web. Can we play the clip, please?
I'll be your Jack and climb up to the sky for you. I'll be your Hansel, always sweet and true. I'll be your Tom Thumb with love that sings for two. I'll even be your little boy blue. Yeah, yeah. Let me be your fairy tale.
We love you, Jack!
Hey, you are great. Yeah.
A while ago, Jack sent that demo to Giant, asking for help getting a record deal. But Giant said no. So, it is clear you have quite a big axe to grind with Giant.
No, that is not the way of the fee-fi follower.
I am not fooled by your hero worship. No further questions, Your Honor.
So Jack's an angry pop wannabe spurned by his own idol. What will the defense say to that?
Jack, you sent that demo to Giant. That's a fact.
Affirmative.
But you had no reason to take revenge on him, because a week before the crime, you secretly signed a record deal.
Thank you. Now I can finally tell everybody.
Starting tonight, your first single, Neverland, can be legally downloaded by your fans.
Objection, Mr. Greenbeans. We're not called fans. Our collective name is Jacuzziasts.
Yeah, and I just want to say a really big thank you to all my Jacuzziists out there. And I also want to say a really big thank you to Giant. You know, I would really love to collaborate with you on my next album. Because it'll be a perfect story.
Hey, bruv, are you singing at me like a jacuzzi? Yeah?
Order!
Back my toast.
Order!
My toast back.
So, that concludes the evidence.
So Jack didn't need revenge, but did he steal that file? It's time for the summings up.
Members of the jury, the truth is, Jack English is a super fan with no reason to do this crime. Giant Snows would have sniffed Jack in that studio. And Jack didn't have the password to that file. All this drama has given Giant's album free publicity, making more coins for Simple Simon. Jack English is not guilty.
Members of the jury, this song only has one proper ending. Bitter at being rejected by Giant, Jack English was planning this crime when he won that golden ticket. He left rare seeds at the scene. He masked his smell. He stole and leaked that file. Jack English is guilty.
Members of the jury, you have a difficult decision. Who do you believe? Who don't you believe? Who has some shampoo? Timothy, you stink. Go and have a shower. Retire and consider your verdict.
It's up to the jury now. They'll make their decision in secret. So what do you think?
What do you think? That record deal could be copied, could be made up. When he finished all those coffees, he just seemed to be exhausted. So if he really was his biggest fan, then he would have been really happy.
Maybe he was, he faked this super fan thing. Maybe it was like his cover.
Of course, Jack English will be found not guilty, but man, that Giant's music is fly! Yeah, 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 yeah! Shopping!
How would he know that there's a file in the recording room? How would he know? Because if it hasn't been released before.
But he could have just went snooping around, maybe looking, you know, just to see his recording studio.
But also, how would he be able to know the code? He might be a very good hacker. The seeds, they were like proper evidence, which makes you really confused if he was guilty or not.
There's only 2 of those plants and those seeds, and one of them grew right outside Jack's house. Could that just be a coincidence?
Yes, the seeds were very, very, very important in this case as a piece of evidence, and were brilliantly brought forward by Steve Woodcutter, who I thought was just marvellous, and his evidence really, really was the most important thing of the day, even beating my fish.
How could Greta find out that he uses the same aftershave as the Giant? That's a bit suspicious.
Who's to say that, like, Gretel didn't maybe see him with the aftershave, or knew that he used the aftershave?
Should we have a vote?
Yes.
Okay.
Jury, in the case of Jack English, have you reached a verdict?
Yes.
Do you find the defendant guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Order! Order! Jack English, you have been found guilty of your crime. You are sentenced to 2 years cleaning the castle of Beauty and the Beast. And trust me, she is the scary one. Take him away!
Oh, you made a mistake! Stop! No!
A tough sentence, a shock for Jack English, and tragedy for Jacuzziasts everywhere.
Order! Storyville Court is adjourned.
All rise.
I think Jack was guilty because how could the parrot got into Giant's music studio if it had a passcode on it? I mean, he doesn't know numbers or maths or anything.
Gretel, you look shocked at that verdict.
No, I'm actually smiling.
Right.
I don't know why would he betrayed Giant.
Robin, can you sum up the case in a dance?
Oh, yeah.
It's easy to see when someone's lying, and Jack was a very bad liar.
Judge Hatter, do you have a few words?
Trampoline, gibberish, and ski whiff.
Even if he wasn't guilty, he'd still be guilty for that record.
Was the verdict in tune with you? Or did it strike a nasty chord? This is me, Vince Charming, saying, until next crime, ever after, folks.